the Added Time Podcast.
Hello and welcome, guys. Welcome to the Added Time Podcast, episode 4. I'm your host, or co-host, whatever you like to call me. I'm Tiers Comber, enjoying awful weather. I'll let you guys in on a secret. The weather has not changed since the last podcast because it may be the same day.
Back to back.
But you'll never know. That's for us to know and you to maybe Twitter DM us about. But I'm here with the same co-host. I'm here with non-robotic Jam Sav. How are you?
Not too bad, thank you, Tiers. How are you today?
I'm all right, to be fair. I mean, the weather always does choose my mood in this lockdown, as I don't do anything. I found out I'm not on furlough anymore. Uni students at McDonald's are not allowed to be on furlough.
No way. So what are you going to do?
So,
I mean, it's only fair.
I
You're
don't
literally
really know.
stealing a living.
Yeah, I think it's just fair play to them. I mean, if they can only afford furlough for the people who actually need to pay a mortgage, then obviously I would choose to not be on furlough.
It's very
But
kind.
Yeah, that's
so
what I
very
felt
kind.
about my
Yeah,
hours
I'll
at Domino's, because they weren't giving me many hours. But I'm like, realistically, I just do it for like a bit of pocket money. Like, these people actually have to pay their houses and their food and stuff.
Yeah.
I think it's fine.
yeah, so I mean, I'll probably go back some time when I feel motivated. I feel because I haven't done anything for like 3 months. I feel like if I did an 8-hour shift, I'd be on the
Yeah,
floor. I
it's
couldn't do
weird
that.
for me. I haven't
I could
really
do one-
stopped. Like,
do
coronavirus
one a
hasn't
week.
changed much for me, so.
Yeah, it was a bit of a shock to the system going back to the office, but I'm in the swing of things now. I'm enjoying life.
That's good to hear. I'm also with Harry Martin, as you heard there. Harry Martin,
I'm good.
Domino's man.
I
How are
always
you?
butt in before my roll call, but I just can't help myself from chatting with the boys. Just can't hold back. So, I'm happy to be back. Happy to be speaking to the Added Time family listening right now. So, let's get into it.
As Alyssa Violet would say,
Yes,
come too
indeed.
fast.
Exactly that.
In the Rice Gum Platinum song. But anyway, getting very off topic there. Today as you again may have read in the title, if you read, we're talking about the Premier League and its return today. We're also going to be doing something very exciting, and that is we're going to do our predictions for who's going to get top 4, who's going to be relegated, and maybe we'll even throw our hat in there. Who's going to win the title?
Yeah.
That one is so tight, hey?
And my personal, I don't know whether you mentioned it, I would like to do the top scorer debate just for a little added thing.
Top scorer debate.
And we might even have a bet with the viewers. I might personally at the end. So keep posted for that.
Wow.
Yeah,
that's brave.
Yeah, but let's start with just the news. If you haven't caught up, the Premier League's returning. They're kicking off on the 17th of June with the fixtures that hadn't been played yet to make it all equal. So it was when City played Villa in the Carabao Cup final. Their games from that weekend, which didn't get played, being played on the Wednesday. So it's Villa against Sheffield United and City against Arsenal. 2 tasty games, to be fair, to kick it off. All to be played for there, and then we move into the weekend. Got some pretty good games as well. With Tottenham United, Liverpool, Everton, Liverpool. So it's going to be exciting. We're looking forward to it. I'm probably more looking forward to the idea of it than actually what is going to come out. I keep forgetting that it's going to be very eerie and not football.
I don't know,
as we
for
know
me, it's
it,
still
but
better than nothing. Like, it's been so long now. I just want anything, and the Bundesliga is not cutting it. And realistically, I would never watch the Bundesliga anyway. I have zero interest in it usually. So at least with the Premier League, even if it won't be the full product I'm used to, for me it would still be better than nothing. I've just had football gone for too long now.
I agree,
Yeah.
better than nothing, but
I don't
by
think
no
anyone's
means
acting like
normality.
it's ideal, is it really? Like, no one's thrilled about it, but it's definitely better than having no football at all. It's just getting a bit rough now having no football.
As personally being someone who does nothing all day, it'll be quite nice that there's going to be something
to watch all the time and just
every day.
Do you know what's going to be
something to structure
welcome?
my day around.
So something's going to be welcomed is the panic of maybe not being able to watch one of the big games again because I'll be at work. That sort of gets me through the week. So put it this way, my Sky Go account's going to be back up and running.
With
that's for sure.
slightly loosening lockdown restrictions, it'd be nice to maybe sit in the gardens with your mates and watch a game or outside
100%.
and just. I don't know, even if it's not the same as going to the stadium, it'd be a good thing to chat to your mates about in the group chat, or because life is getting a bit boring now.
Yeah.
But definitely,
It'd be nice to chuck a little cheeky bet on and just have a laugh.
watch a game with your mates, or
And of course, as announced, every game is going to be live on TV. So if you have Sky and BT Sports, you can see every game. If you don't have one or either, there's still some free games. Sky have got about 20 odd games they're showing for free on Pick TV, which is Freeview Channel 11
oh
for those who
wow,
didn't know. Didn't know it's a channel personally,
never heard of it.
but there you go.
Did I read that Amazon saying that they're showing them for free?
Amazon have got 4 games, and BBC have got 4 games too. The quality of those
Yeah, I'm just
games,
looking through now.
they've been sharpened a
Norwich,
bit.
Everton, BBC is one of them, or Bournemouth Palace.
Amazon have got, yeah. So I mean, again, if it's better than nothing, because I'm sure if you don't have Sky or BT, you're not used to having live football anyway. So anything is good. Those games, you just got to find what you're interested in, really, because they're involving relegation teams.
It
You
could
see,
be
Bournemouth
exciting, as you don't.
and
Bournemouth Palace would be a
Norwich.
great game. Great game that would be.
Yeah,
Good atmosphere.
you just got to get really
really good atmosphere
emotionally
in that,
involved in the relegation battle, and then you're gonna. But which I actually probably am more than the top 4 and everything.
I'll let the viewers into a little secret. You know,
So-
if you don't have Sky, hesgoal.com, HES goal.com. You know,
Oh.
don't say I sent you, but I'm just saying. You know, it's a very good website. Football news.
We wouldn't suggest that because again we're the world's #1 apolitical sports podcast, so
Yeah, well,
we
I
wouldn't
didn't
be
say
getting
it. I
involved
just
in
said the
any
website.
law
It's got
breaking.
football news.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know who said that. I think I must have sent a wrong invite out, but yeah. So that'll be nice. Should we get into our actual predictions of how we think the table is going to look? So should we go bottom to top or top to bottom? We'll start top to bottom, maybe because there's less really to confer about other than that 4th spot, maybe.
Whoa, there is Man City potential ban. I feel like everyone's forgetting about this. Which realistically, there could be 3 spots up to play for, whereas it looks like only 2. So
that would make it much more interesting. I think I haven't been reading too much on it. It's kind of all gone over my head.
I mean, I think it's just taking a back
it's
seat with
this week or
coronavirus.
something, isn't it? Their CAS appeal. I'm pretty sure I read something about it being.
Al Mubarak,
like,
did you not see that video of him walking with like 50 lawyers? Another great video. What man?
Al Mubarak. Yeah, just reading here. It's this week.
We'll
yeah,
we'll find out.
So, Monday is their appeal. So I'd hope we find out around when the league's still being played, so that
Yeah, it's unreal, isn't it?
Oh, not watched this league.
Mate, it has been they're so good. It's just ridiculous.
Well, yeah. So we'll start with our title predictions. I'm gonna throw my hat in again and say we've all got Liverpool winning.
No, I've got Leicester. I've got Leicester.
Yeah,
bro.
late third.
I'm joking. Yeah.
Oh wow, really?
No, Liverpool.
Liverpool looks like they're on the ropes after that loss to Watford. So you never know.
I think I heard the other day on TalkSport they need 2 wins. It doesn't matter what everyone else gets.
Yeah.
Just
So
2
I mean,
wins, apparently.
realistically,
If City lose against Arsenal in that opening
I think
game,
the
they win it against
biggest
Everton,
debate in the league is whether they get over 100 points. That's what I'd be looking out for.
Personally,
will they beat the record?
I did this thing on World Football, looking at we put in every result, and they actually came out on 97 points, and I did it. But I think I was being quite harsh on them.
Well, if you look, they've literally lost.
They're
once,
not actually going to be.
Even that was just a poor day out for them.
I've got them losing a couple games.
Can't see it.
I put I think they'll lose to City away, because I think City personally are just going to be an absolute machine in this lockdown. This is the thing with these games with the no fans. It's just going to take teams who are just absolute machines.
I don't know though, but you say that, but I don't. City this season have not been the City of old. Like, I don't think it's generous for them to even be second. For me, they've been just not as good as last year. They've just barely been trying it. I don't know. They just don't look as good as they were last year. But maybe this time off has reset them. But definitely before the break, they haven't looked good at all this season for me.
Yeah. Well, I still imagine we'd all got City second. They're quite far clear of third. An interesting one with who you actually got third, because Leicester were really slipping before lockdown, really were. I mean, I would say there's a chance they won't even finish in that top four, but then again, fifth may get you it. But will they hold
Well,
third,
I've got the
guys? Do you
Mighty
think?
Blues
No.
in third.
You've
Well,
got
yeah.
Chelsea in third,
I
okay?
mean, you've
I've
got to
gone
have a little bit of
United third,
confidence, and
Chelsea fourth.
we're doing all right before the break, and I think we've only got better. We've just got everyone injured that we had injured come back. And obviously, I don't know whether Kante's going to play, but he's back. All our injuries are done with, so I think we're only going to get better than we were before the break. Everyone, like, we have no one else injured now, so full squad.
Personally, I do have Leicester finishing third. I think they'll
Really?
just about scrape it. I don't think they've really.
What is wrong with you, bro? Really?
I don't
Leicester
think-
third?
Yeah, I don't. They're third at the moment. I don't think they've got the hard. They've got some winnable fixtures. You know,
Even
Palace at
if
home,
we don't catch
Bournemouth
them,
away.
United are coming. United are marching.
Yeah,
I'm
United.
scared
I've
to
got
admit
United
it,
third
but like
personally.
Leicester,
I've got
yeah, they were
United
looking.
third.
Even Wolves, the Wolves form 3 draws and 2 wins their last 5 before the break. Even they're playing well. Even Spurs as well. They're gonna. I don't know. They're quite far off, but they've got all their injured players back. So I don't know.
God,
Son and Kane back.
Arsenal and Spurs. What a shambolic
You
season
say
from
that,
them
they're
boys.
still only like
Yeah,
8 points off
Wow.
Chelsea, which isn't that hard to catch up. Like that's why it's just, yeah, everyone but Liverpool has had an absolute stinker.
it's tough. If we are we gonna just do all our separate ones, or are we
I
gonna try
mean,
and make
come
it
on,
like
Yeah,
a?
so
Chelsea
we
are going to
just
get
keep it
top 4.
separate. I've gone United third, Chelsea fourth.
I'd say United have more of a chance of finishing third because I've actually got United in fourth and Chelsea in fifth.
Well, I've got
Blasphemy.
United third, Chelsea fourth. So
I don't know. Mate,
So
the morale boost from this Werner signing, mate.
I-
We're going to the tippy top.
I just haven't really. I haven't really rated Chelsea this season. I rate their
What a
future.
joke.
I don't rate them as a team this season, though.
Oh,
Unfortunately,
that's
I
just
agree.
how. Look us, fourth on the table.
I just haven't really been
You haven't
too
really
impressed.
watched either. I think we've just been plodding along. But mate, I think our team's shambolic. Realistically, like our starting lineup's got like Pedro, Willian, and Tammy Abraham. It's hardly a deadly attack compared to like United and stuff.
Oh no, you
We're
certainly
punching above our weight, so I'm just happy to be there and thereabouts.
you've certainly done well for the team you've got.
You've
But
The thing is,
overachieved, but it's still been
everyone acts though.
disappointing.
Like before the
My humble
season, everyone was saying we're going to come like 12th. So I don't know. Everyone forgets like we're like.
for that reason, that's why I think you. I don't know. I can just see Chelsea falling off.
We've still got
you've
like
still got
Premier
hard
League
games
winners
against.
in our team though. I think that will take us over the line compared to
I think-
Leicester because they're pretty inexperienced.
I think
with closing out a season.
Leicester and United don't have to play City or Liverpool, and you've got to play both
But
of them.
then I think Liverpool might be a free win. I don't know, depending on when they win the title. They might just like, do you know what? Sometimes they can go off the ball if they've got the title wrapped up.
Are you suggesting that once they've won the title, they're gonna take their foot off the gas? Is that what you're suggesting,
I
Aaron?
would. It's a bit more of just a
Wow.
victory lap, isn't it? Every game.
Wow, how dare you puncture their integrity like that?
I think that's what
disgraceful.
we were seeing was happening before the break anyway. With the loss to Watford, they just like because realistically, how if you're a Liverpool player, you're going out, the title is basically wrapped up, isn't it? Like let's not lie, it is. It's hard to lose concentration. It's hard not to lose concentration.
Right, Lozcast would be punching his ears right now. Disgusting.
It's the same players in the top 5, isn't it? Oh yeah, we're not. So no one's liking a Wolves or Sheffield United breaking.
No. I think they're gonna,
Do you know
if
what?
anything,
I
drop
think
off after
Wolves
the
have a
return.
chance
I think Wolves will go close
because
yeah.
they don't even
I
have to
think
do the
Wolves will
Europa
go
League
very
now,
close.
which was their main distraction, I think, this season, which was making them maybe get a bit worn out.
That's that's what I look for. These machine-like teams. I think Wolves are a really fit team. I think they could come out the blocks. Not in terms of good-looking
That's a little bit
players.
raunchy to us.
I mean, Raul Jimenez
Although
does get me going.
Connor
but-
Cody, great-looking guy. Yeah, I just think they got. That's what I'm looking for. These machine teams.
We know what you're looking for now, mate. We know what you're looking for now. It's disgraceful. You'll be
Thing
putting
is,
Villa up there
with
for
United,
Jota soon.
I don't know. I think everyone's saying about Pogba coming back, but I think that might hurt them. I don't know why. But how are they all going to fit them in? Like, their midfield is a bit too attacking. Like, what are they going to do? Pogba and Fred with Bruno at I don't know. I just feel like they were in such good rhythm before. I feel like Pogba might disrupt it with, his potential. He's had dressing room problems with some of the players before.
The thing I'll say with Man United, is that I think it's gonna go one way or the other. Everyone is either really overrating them at the moment, or
they definitely were playing really well before the break. But I just don't know. Obviously, their defence is still questionable. Like, I don't think anyone's denying that. But their attack and midfield is class. So I guess we'll see. Well, definitely on their day, if all their players play to full potential, they're definitely
Well, it's certainly going to be interesting. I've definitely got a lot of eyes on the top four. Let's go to relegation now. The current bottom three, Harry. Would you like to
Norwich
tell
in
us?
20th, Villa in 19th, and Bournemouth in 18th.
Yeah, so Norwich.
I think I know who's falling into
at the
that.
moment.
I don't know with you boys.
Norwich,
but obviously, Watford, West Ham are all level on points with Bournemouth in 18th. So technically, they are all sort of on the same points in that 18th position.
Out of those teams, I think Watford are going to pull
West
away.
Ham are falling in. I think they've been look shocking.
I hope they do. I really hope they do. That would be so funny. I really
West Ham
hope they do.
needs more out of hope, but they do have quality players like Felipe
it's
Anderson.
A joke they're even down there.
Haller maybe. If they want to, they could easily get away with it. They could easily pull away. But I don't know. I feel like playing in that toxic Olympic Stadium with no fans
I think it could be better.
Help them in a way.
It could be better. I don't know.
No, that's what I mean. I think it'll be better for them because there's such a toxic atmosphere in the Olympic Stadium.
It could go either way, though.
I know Newcastle are a bit further up, but I would like fans getting on Joelinton's back every week. Like, I think he might be happy to sort of have it as a training game, just not getting moaned at all the time. Because I saw on Twitter he was trending the other day with fans moaning that people were having a go at Joelinton and saying that he might actually do better without the fans on his back all the game. So it's definitely be weird to see.
Yeah, I personally think the bottom three is going to stay the same. I think there'll be a change between Aston Villa and Bournemouth. I think Villa will come close to getting out of it. I don't know how Villa are
down there. Same with Norwich. Like,
because Dean Smith cannot defend. If I'm saying
about quality of football, I'd like Southampton for me have been awful. Like, I don't know.
Oh,
Southampton.
The revival's been fantastic though. The revival has
Norwich
been good.
Play good football. I think I'd be quite sad to see them go down, but their defensive frailties and against the big guns, they just don't have the firepower. But
on form, Danny Ings walks into a Champions League.
Yeah,
I'm saying it now.
Yeah, I think if you look at Brighton, I think they should have enough. They got good.
I really hope Brighton and West Ham slip though. That'd be so funny. Like in my head, I want that to happen, but I just know it's
out. I just don't. Who's a game winner in their team? Like, I don't know. I don't really.
Callum Wilson.
So inconsistent. I don't.
Harry Wilson though.
Yeah,
Harry Wilson's class.
West Ham definitely have more fire.
When does his contract going to run out? When does his loan end? Is it not at the end of June?
I think most players are getting a 1 month extension, aren't they?
Most of them. 1 month extension.
Unless the player specifically said he doesn't want. Like David Luiz, there was talks that he might not extend for a month.
Thing with Villa is they were struggling with so many injuries. They're still going to have Tom Heaton and Wesley out injured. I think they're saying Wesley may return for the last few, but other than that, they're going to stick with
because he's been really good, hasn't he? Wesley's been fantastic.
It just gives them a bit of option because otherwise all they have is Samatta and Borja Baston.
Samatta's looked quite good though. When he's in a few games he played.
Keenan Davis. Keenan Davis.
Get that blasphemy out of the chat.
One of the worst footballers I've ever seen live.
But
Aston Villa do have John McGinn returning, who Jack Grealish recently said on an interview that he's one of the best players.
They've got such a good. Even Villa have got such good players.
And of course, Grealish.
John McGinn is class.
Defensive frailties again.
That's the thing. Aston Villa have game changers for me that Bournemouth don't have.
Yeah.
If anyone's going to survive, it'll be Villa out of the bottom three. I think Norwich a foregone conclusion, but the other two potentially.
I think Watford already put away. They were looking good towards the end. They were basically bottom like at Christmas, weren't they? And they've done well to come out of it. But yeah,
Although with that little rumble in the jungle there, Deeney, a couple of them reported to have a little bit of unsettlement due to the return.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Because you don't know how players have treated this break. Like we're saying, Man United, you never know. Bruno might be binging on his Portuguese takeaway every night. You never know.
Super Bowl.
I mean,
every night.
Aurelio Gomez would make what I saw as a passive-aggressive comment about Deeney, saying that, but this was before Deeney returned, saying it's really safe and that anyone not returning he sort of suggested that it's the wrong thing to do. I don't know.
With the testing being like every 2 days, if someone does get it though, you'd know. It's not like it's like hidden. Like they're literally testing them so often there, and as soon as the player or staff gets it, they instantly go into 14 days isolation. So I think it definitely is safe from my point of view. I definitely think it is safe to go back.
Yeah. Well, anyway, I think relegation is what I'm more going to be having my eyes on.
For sure.
Over the coming months. Got 10 minutes left of the podcast, so should we get into top scorers and maybe some predictions?
You want me to read out the top four? Or
I've got them here as well,
you all got it up. Do you want me to let the viewers know? Right, so number 5, we've got Ings with 15, 4, Aguero with 16, 3, Salah with 16, second, Aubameyang with 17, and then top, Jamie Vardy with 19 goals. So what do you reckon, boys, the top scorer?
If you've got the BBC app at the moment, you can see their goals per goal ratio, and Aguero's is by far the best. Yeah, so that's what you can look for. If they're fit, then they probably will score the most goals.
Look at Danny Ings and where Southampton are. That is incredible. He's been fantastic, hasn't he, this season?
It's great from him. Again, Vardy's been injured quite a lot, so he could come back and just Vardy's pace against unfit players in a pre-season
that's a really good point.
I think
obviously
that's what you got to look. There's going to be a lot
of form, really, of how well his team does. But also, I think with Leicester and the way they play, sometimes it's better for the team to be on top of them, and with Vardy on the counter and Harvey Barnes, etc., the pace. I think sometimes that suits their game more.
I'd say for in this top 5, there's one that sticks out for me based on a team that are going to need goals to fire them up the table, and that's Arsenal.
I was literally about to say. I think
all the rest of these teams are kind of just going to be wanting to hold their places in City, Liverpool, and Leicester. They're kind of just wanting to hold it, whereas Arsenal are going to just be trying to hammer up the table, and the goals are going to be necessary.
Well, perhaps Vardy to keep.
I've got my eye on a pre-season bet I made was Liverpool to win the league and Salah top scorer at 20-1. I had a £5 on that, so I'll be looking for. But Salah hasn't, although he's got this many goals, Salah hasn't been for me as good as he has been previous years, but still getting a lot of goals, so it could happen. That's my.
Considering he got 32 goals.
Yeah, that's my personal
first
interest.
Season. He set the standard high. So top score will be interesting. Let's look at the fixtures for that first week. Obviously, we alluded to some big games. Let's choose the 3 biggest games and let's do our predictions. And
from the first set of fixtures,
Wednesday to Monday.
So the biggest 3 games I'd say are City, Arsenal, Tottenham, Man United, and Everton, Liverpool.
Not out of meaning for me personally. Not at all.
Okay, what would your top 3 games be of the week?
What for clubs that are actually going to fight?
They're just the historic big games that would be on a Super Sunday type.
What 3 games are you most looking forward to watch?
Looking forward to watching is Tottenham's, is Spurs United, Bournemouth Palace, because I think that's going to be a real scrap. And then,
maybe because it's on BBC.
I've got Sky, mate. None of that. I won't have that slander. And then I'd probably also go Watford Leicester because both of them need a win. They need a win.
Well, we're just going to go on the biggest games that everyone else would say.
I'll let you have Watford Leicester instead of Man City Arsenal.
It's
So our
pathetic.
top three games.
There's no competitive edge in Arsenal City. Neither of them are going anywhere.
It's just
One of
Well,
them's
that's why I
staying in
let
the
you have it.
Champions League spots, and Arsenal are just staying where they are.
I'll just let you have it.
Yeah.
Pipe down.
Thank you.
So we'll go Tottenham United, Watford Leicester, and Everton Liverpool. So what are our predictions for Tottenham United?
I'm gonna go
2-1.
2-0
2-1
United.
I'm gonna go 3-1 United.
In that fishbowl. It's going to be fantastic.
Yeah, that's going to be a real sweep for United. That's Friday.
You know, it'll
the
probably
19th.
look better empty. I love the design of the stadium. It'll probably look better
Yeah.
empty.
It is a
Than having all them
beautiful
little
stadium.
spaz
Obviously,
in
are
there.
they doing cardboard cutouts?
I'll tell you what,
Obviously, I don't know.
Oh,
I don't know,
send
but
one in of Henry.
the artificial noise actually
Yeah,
does
no.
make it better.
Have you heard about what
It's
West
cringy,
Ham might be
maybe.
doing? I don't know whether they've followed through with this. I just read an article. They might be getting everyone on like a sort of virtual FaceTime Zoom sort of thing for a certain select amount of. Yeah,
They
so
did
they'll
that in
zoom you
Denmark.
into the stadium so you can watch from your seat. So obviously that could be
Wow.
interesting. So obviously I don't know whether they sorted that out, but I read an article that that's what
That sounds a little bit
they were planning to
revolutionary.
do for certain fans that
Yeah,
wanted to pay for that, or so they could sit in their seat.
maybe for the big money teams. I'm not sure Cliff Ground's going to be forking out his wages.
No, I was just saying. Obviously,
Yeah,
as the longer this goes on, that more
that's
ideas are
definitely
going to
something.
be
Yeah.
thought up.
But anyway, let's get into that second game, Watford Leicester. That is a game I'm definitely going to be excited for, to be fair, considering Watford are at home, if home means anything. I'm going to throw my hat out and say it's going to be 2-2. Going to be one of those classic opening games.
I don't know,
I
lot
can't.
going on at Watford
I
though.
could see both being
With
brilliant.
the old Deeney fiasco, I feel team morale might be a bit low. And obviously they are a lot lower down.
That's the thing. I could see it going. I could see it going either way because of Leicester's
Both
form
quite open teams, so we
and
definitely see
Watford.
goals. Yeah, I don't know, maybe 2-1 Leicester, 3-1 Leicester.
I'm going to go 2-2. Draw.
That's what I
I
would.
just don't know where
Yeah.
Watford are getting them goals
Draw. Deeney.
And,
Yeah, but they haven't been doing that
yeah.
well this season,
Finishing.
so very inconsistent.
And on that Sunday, Everton Liverpool, that's going to be one of the 3 games you can watch on Pick TV. Not sure where it's going to be played yet, but what are we thinking?
There you go.
Will Liverpool have won? Do you think
I don't
City
know
would have
what
lost to
Everton are going
Arsenal
to
for
be like
Liverpool
because
to
they're
win
sort
the
of in mid-table
title?
mediocrity, aren't they? Like they haven't got much to fight for. They're definitely not going to get relegated, and they're definitely not going to get top 4. So I don't know really what their outlook's going to be like on these games. Are they just going to go for it just for a laugh, sort of thing? I don't know. It's going to be all.
Well, I can't believe the Merseyside derby is going to feel even less like a derby than it has in recent years, and in recent years it's been a
But I
shambles.
do like watching Everton. Like they got Richarlison, they got a lot of players I enjoy watching. I don't know, and Andre Gomes. I don't know. Is he back? I think he's back. Yeah, and I just enjoy watching Everton.
I personally think I think that it's not going to be a game to win the title because City will beat Arsenal. So Liverpool might win the title with this game, meaning that I think it will make it all a bit flat compared to what it could have
But
been.
I think
It's going to be
it
a
could be
1-1 draw.
great on Twitter if Everton do beat Liverpool, just to get. I know Liverpool fans, they probably will win, but I think the longer it goes on, say that they can't win those games, I reckon definitely could get more nervy. Yeah,
the suspense will build so much. Yeah.
I think the big man DCL is not going to let Liverpool win this game.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, I'll go for a draw as well.
We'll take that one together.
We'll all go 1-1. Why not?
Well, certainly some good games to look forward to. It's not like we're coming back for a flat weekend, wherever it is. I'm not sure how it's going to be, but it's certainly going to give us talking points if the games are hard to watch.
Well, I don't know though. I'm not acting like it's going to be the old Premier League, and I think we all know that. But it'll definitely be. And I don't know whether I will sit through the full Watford. I'll probably dip in and out and do other things. But I reckon it'd be nice to just have something. Especially because they're on, it's like every 2 hours. There's always going to be something to watch. Whether you watch every game or watch the whole of every game, I reckon it'll just be like if a game's boring, I'll probably just switch it off. But if it's a good game, lots of goals, you'll just keep watching like usual, really.
Yeah, well, anyway, it's going to be interesting. Remember to follow us on Twitter at @additime_pod. Check out the website, www.45.
New daily vlogs coming out soon. I'm back. I've got several writing up, so
we'll have some Premier League previews up there. This is where you can find the podcast as well if you don't
you
have
can
Apple
listen on the
Podcasts or
website.
Spotify.
So check it out.
And listen on the
Merch coming
website.
soon as well.
That's all from
it's in
us.
the works.
Yeah, come on.
Yeah, we'll have the Championship preview podcast out this week as well.
Thanks for
Thanks for listening, guys.
Love you.
Cheers.
Thanks, guys. Bye.